In the world of television, Game of Thrones has been one of the biggest phenomena in TV history. With its complex storylines, memorable characters, and epic battles, it became one of the most popular and most watched shows of all time. However, after the show's finale in 2019, the world of Westeros continued to expand. In this video, we'll dive into the various Game of Thrones spin-offs, from House of the Dragon, the first successful spin-off, to upcoming projects currently in development. Join us as we explore these new ventures and see how the expansive Game of Thrones universe continues to grow. The first and most successful spin-off from Game of Thrones is House of the Dragon. This series, based on Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin, focuses on the Targaryen family centuries before the events of Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon explores the Targaryen dynasty, a family forged in fire and blood. The main storyline centers around the civil war within House Targaryen, known as the Dance of the Dragons. This series takes place long before Game of Thrones and focuses on characters like Viserys Targaryen, Daemon Targaryen, and Rhaenyra Targaryen. It also introduces characters like Corlys Velaryon and Alicent Hightower, who bring new subplots to the world of Westeros. House of the Dragon had a massive impact both commercially and critically. It broke numerous records upon its release, including becoming the most-watched premiere in HBO's history. The series was praised for its return to the dark, gritty atmosphere that made Game of Thrones so compelling. The performances, especially those of Paddy Considine, King Viserys, and Emma Darcy, Princess Rhaenyra, received critical acclaim. The political intrigue, family betrayal, and dragons continued to captivate audiences. Another exciting spin-off from Game of Thrones is The Sea Snake, a series centered around Corlys Velaryon, known as the Sea Snake, the legendary adventurer and naval commander of the Velaryon family. Corlys Velaryon is one of the prominent figures in House of the Dragon, and his backstory is rich with adventure, politics, and intrigue. The show is expected to explore the incredible sea voyages of Corlys Velaryon and his adventures across the world of Westeros and beyond. The Velaryons are a powerful family with a deep history, and the Sea Snake will shed light on their importance in the Targaryen dynasty's rise and fall. The series promises to explore epic sea battles, political machinations, and how Corlys and his family built their fortune. Fans are eager to see more of the Velaryon family, and with dragons still being an integral part of the Targaryen story, the sea battles will provide a fresh, exciting new layer to the story. The Sea Snake has huge potential to bring new elements to the world of Westeros, including interactions with foreign lands and cultures. The Tales of Dunk and Egg is another spin-off in the Game of Thrones universe. This series is based on George R.R. Martin's novella series, focusing on the adventures of Sir Duncan the Tall, Dunk, and Aegon the Fifth Targaryen, Egg. The series will explore their travels across Westeros, with Dunk as a humble knight and Egg, his squire, who eventually becomes King Aegon V. The show will take place years before the events of Game of Thrones and will highlight the bond between Dunk and Egg. Dunk is a giant of a man with a heart of gold, and Egg, despite being from the Targaryen line, starts out as an innocent and unassuming boy. Together, they go on various adventures, facing challenges, discovering secrets, and eventually becoming entangled in the political intrigue of Westeros. The tales are lighter in tone than some of the darker Game of Thrones stories, focusing on the development of a young king and his protector. The relationship between Dunk and Egg is central to the plot and promises to be one of the more heartfelt narratives in the Game of Thrones spin-offs. In a completely different direction, the Golden Empire of Yitai is another spin-off in development that will explore the far eastern reaches of the Game of Thrones world. Yitai is an ancient empire located in the far east of Essos, and very little is known about it in the books, but it holds a rich history and mystery. The series is expected to delve into the mysterious land of Yitai, a place shrouded in myth and legend. Yitai is often referred to as the Empire of the Rising Sun, and the series will likely explore its history, culture, and the powerful individuals who shaped it. With references to dragons, magic, and exotic creatures, this series has the potential to expand the Game of Thrones world in exciting new directions. The mystical and foreign nature of Yitai offers a fresh departure from the familiar landscapes of Westeros. The series could offer a deep dive into the mystical aspects of the Game of Thrones world, including the ancient religions, powerful sorcery, and mysterious creatures that inhabit this land. Aside from the series already in production, there are multiple other Game of Thrones spin-offs in development. From The Princess and the Queen, which tells the story of Rhaenyra Targaryen's war for the throne, to The Long Night, which will explore the origins of the White Walkers and the First Men's battle for survival, the future is bright for Game of Thrones fans. The Game of Thrones world is vast, and there are many untold stories still waiting to be explored. The story of the First Long Night, the history of the Night's Watch, and the tales of the Iron Islands and Dorne all have the potential to become exciting new series. With George R.R. Martin's deep catalog of lore and history, there's no shortage of material for future adaptations. With so many unique and exciting stories to tell, the world of Westeros will continue to captivate audiences for years to come. Keep an eye on the future of these series as they unfold, and let's see what more the Game of Thrones universe has to offer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown of all the Game of Thrones spin-offs, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. Let us know in the comments which spin-off you're most excited for. We'll see you next time.